Um, it's Zoo. Hey, how are you? I'm I'm furiously texting about this how to get away with murder right now. Furiously texting. Oh wow. Was it her sister? Like, yeah, her sister. Yeah, sure. Her, but not her biological sister, if that's what you're thinking. Just trying to make sure which one you were thinking. Biological sister? Which one are you talking about? What kind of sister? Okay, put the camera on me real quick so I can tell the people that how Seneca did not actually watch the full episodes of every part of the season, so he does not know the gravity of the situation. With it's it's deep. All the business. I'm still hurt. I don't know. I'm still hurt. You haven't watched the rest of them because that's why it's so passionate. So it's so ingrained on how passionate I am about this show. All right. All right, we won't pour all the Kool-Aid. Okay, shall we talk about the interviews on how the ladies pretty much killed those interviews and the guys kind of like butchered their interviews? All right, if you think so. I disagree, but seemed like both of the guys that kind of choked on that account to me. Connor didn't get hired. Is the camera on you or me? Okay, yeah. Connor didn't get hired. I'm just saying, you said that it wasn't butchered, but they were kind of slowly failing at like with their interviews. Like it seemed like they were kind of going deeper and deeper underwater. Yikes! But the ladies, they were answering the heck out of those questions. They could do it. Did you hear how Michaela was on it every time? I was like, all right, Michaela. I'm just saying. What you looking like that for? Don't look like that. Don't be upset. I'm just saying. But anyhow, yeah, so it's a good thing that three out of the four, yeah, about three out of the four got jobs. One of them it was a job offer that she didn't take, Laurel. Then the other guy, yeah, Connor, he got a just didn't happen for him. But yeah, it was a good thing that they got placed into, job positions. It's always good. Hmm. Yeah,
Always good. So,
that's it is.
okay, so going back to the task at hand. Um, so Wes, all right. So the girl that's pregnant with Wes baby, who we kind of like, they already been showing 2 months from now. We know the baby's gonna be dead. Yeah, we know the baby's gonna die, and we know that the dead is going to who's behind it. What is she really gonna try to take out her dad?
First of all, it's Laurel who's pregnant with Wes's baby. Second of all, we're trying to say that we can't say that we really know per se it was her father that took her out. Personally, I think the therapist may be related to Sam in some fashion. One idea that came from my friend was that because I said somehow I think that Sam is friends with the therapist or was friends with the therapist. Mind you, Sam was Annalise's ex-husband that got killed in the. You remember?
Yeah. Ish,
Okay.
Ish. Yeah. Don't go there with me. We're gonna keep moving.
Anyway, let me continue then. Okay, so I think the therapist was probably in some relation to Sam. One of my friends posed that maybe it was the idea that maybe the therapist was hired by Sam's sister, who does not like Annalise. And so that's how they're going into that whole litigation on the house or the insurance and stuff like that for the house that burned up, because the sister is saying that it wasn't owned really by Annalise or whatever. So the therapist could be hired by the sister, or I think the therapist could be a former friend of Sam's. That's possible. The baby, how could she lose the baby? They said initially that they found drugs in her system as well. So somehow either she took drugs mistakenly, Laurel, or someone planted drugs, injected her with drugs or something of that sort. But could it be the father? If the father truly did not obviously something is there on why the father killed Wes. I still don't understand why the father killed Wes. So if the father had the motive to kill Wes, sure, it can definitely transfer over to Wes's child. But remember, her father probably knew she was lying though, because she told her father that that she had an abortion. Remember?
Yeah, that was from last episode. What I am gonna make a quick note of, I noticed that that white guy that was sitting outside while she was like investigating her father and trying to connect all the dots, and somehow this same white guy that was spying on the other chick who's still connected. Okay, yeah, Frank, who was still connected to the white girl who got fired last week, somehow gave the file that Elisa needs.
When it comes to you not being committed to the show and not watching this show because you would know what Frank is about if you had known, this is what I'm talking about. Because Frank has played an integral role throughout this entire show. So it's like, how do you not know Frank? I feel like that's what the watchers are gonna say. How do you not know Frank? But I'm sorry, I got emotional. Let me reel it back in. Okay. Frank and Laurel dated in the past. So that's their direct connection. But so Frank kind of still holds a candle, I think, probably for Laurel. But he's also kind of dating Bonnie, which is the lady who had the shorter haircut, who works for the ADA now.
Yeah, like that's her enemy. Now, what type of blackmail did she have on the guy, the DA, to get hired there?
Okay. You see how I'm just telling you about the show? Had you just watched the show?
Well, no, I thought we just speculating because that's what the cop had to figure out.
Well, I mean, because it kind of went in and out, like the whole. Okay, the ADA basically took hostage of Connor before. You see why you have to watch the show? Because you can see why she can have leverage over the ADA. You would know why. I'm just saying. I'm hurt. But anyway, yes. So Bonnie has the leverage over the ADA. That was simple. I mean, the questions that still need to really be answered is why would Laurel's father kill Wes? How did Laurel find out that it was her father? And how did Snake die? And who really is this therapist? As well as who the heck is under this sheet again? Because all that she was under the sheet. Now let's look at this season. We're like, who the heck is under the sheet again? Somebody else is going. I don't know who it is. There was blood in the elevator at Annalise's hotel. It's like, how did Annalise get involved in this crap again?
Yeah, does that mean she's about to lose her license again? She might be trying. Are we saying that she's about to lose her license?
I don't know. I mean, I don't even know really her place. Like, I don't know what role she was in this whole debacle that took place that is the preview for what's going to take place later on. It depends on what role she played. I don't know. It showed that she was going and checking to see what was under the sheet. What was under the sheet? Who?
So next week we saw the recap. We now know that it's getting wrapped up. The daughter's going after her father, and we know that she somehow's going to lose the baby between now and 2 months. So in 8 weeks, let me phrase that, in 10 weeks, this baby is going to come up missing. I don't know why the baby got to come up missing, but the baby's coming up missing. She's going to be in the hospital. The black girl's going to help her set up her father as she got hired at a good job. I don't know if I'm that cool of a friend.
I texted my friend that too. I said, dang, right when Michaela was getting out, they dragging her back in. She finally got out, and then Connor, the other guys and her boyfriend they both finally kind of got out. About to be reeled right back in. I don't know. I think that because Laurel has a long-standing relationship with her father has been erratic. It hasn't been good. They don't have a really good relationship per se. They kind of ish mended it, sorta. Like I think last season they kind of ish mended it a bit, but clearly it's not truly fixed. And so her going after her father, you kind of see that happening.
Okay. So you're still, so this was a very big episode. You're really excited for this.
You see what I'm saying? That right there.
I'm working on it. I gotta like to learn like a whole bunch of. I gotta do like I'm still on technically season 1 on my backlog, so I still gotta go through season 2 and 3. Okay, my apologies, but I am learning. But either way, this was a cool season. I guess the next thing that's going to be on our list that needs to be looked out for. Oh, for everybody, before we sign off, thanks again for listening in as we recap on how to get away with murder. Always, we have ish. You can make comments below. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on YouTube. We even got a Instagram as well. Everything is Coolish 2017, Coolish 17, and we have extra stuff. And if you felt like you like what we're doing here, you know what? All I'm gonna say is, you know, you can do a donation. I'll talk about that probably once we're on our 10th episode, and we can get more into that later. But for right now, this is Jewel.
Well, spring something up in there, why don't you? All right. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.